I don't know why I started off with that. Oh my gosh. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I was about to get straight into like reading, but you know me, that's not me. Thank you guys for coming back to my channel and getting ready to read with us. In this video, we're going to go into part 2 of chapter 21. So let's get right into this video. This video may contain sensitive topics and foul language. If you do not wish to continue, please click off of the video now. You have been warned. Addie, Friday, October 19th, 11:12 a.m. It's hot on the track and I shouldn't feel like running very hard. It's only gym class after all, but my arms and legs pump with unexpected energy as my lungs fill and expand, as if all my recent bike riding has given me reserves that need a release. Sweat beads my forehead and paste my t-shirt to my back. I feel a jolt of pride as I pass Louis, who granted is barely trying, and Olivia, who's on the track team. Jake's ahead of me, and the idea of catching him seems ridiculous because obviously Jake is much faster than me and bigger and stronger too, and there's no way I can gain on him except I am. He's not a speck anymore, he's close, and if I shift lanes and keep this pace going, I can almost probably definitely. My legs fly out from under me. The coppery taste of blood fills my mouth as I bite into my lip and my palms slam hard against the ground. Tiny stones shred my skin, embedding and raw flesh and exploding into dozens of tiny cuts. My knees are in agony, and I know before I see thick red dots on the ground that my skin's burst open on both of them. Oh no, Vanessa's voice rings with fake concern. Poor thing, her legs gave out. They didn't. While my eyes were on Jake, someone's foot hooked my ankle and brought me down. I have a pretty good idea whose, but can't say anything because I'm too busy trying to suck air into my lungs. Addie, are you okay? Vanessa keeps her fake voice on as she kneels next to me until she's right next to my ear and whispers, "Serves you right, slut." I'd love to answer her, but I still can't breathe. When our gym teacher arrives, Vanessa backs off, and by the time I have enough air to talk, she's gone. The gym teacher inspects my knees, turns my hands over, clucks at the damage. "You need the nurse's office. Get those cuts cleaned up and some antibiotics on you." She scans the crowd that's gathered around me and calls, "Miss Vargas, help her out." I guess I should be grateful it's not Vanessa or Jake, but I've barely seen Janae since Browen's sister called Simon out a couple of days ago. As I limp towards school, Janae doesn't look at me until we're almost at the entrance. "What happened?" she asks as she opens the door. By now I have enough breath to laugh. Vanessa's version of slut-shaming. I turn left instead of right at the stairwell, heading for the locker room. "You're supposed to go to the nurses," Janae says, and I flutter my hand at her. I haven't darkened the nurse's doorstep in weeks, and anyway, my cuts are painful but superficial. All I really need is a shower. I limp into a stall and peel off my clothes, stepping under the warm spray and watching brown and red water swirl down the drain. I stay in the shower until the water's clear, and when I step out, a towel wrapped around me. Janae's there holding a pack of Band-Aids. "I got these for you. Your knees need them." "Thanks." I lower myself onto a bench and press flesh-colored strips across my knees, which sure enough are getting slick with the blood again. My palms sting and they're scraped pink and raw, but there's nowhere I can put a Band-Aid that will make a difference. Janae sits as far away as possible from me on the bench. I put 3 Band-Aids on my left knee and 2 on my right. "Vanessa's a bitch," she says quietly. "Yeah, I agree," standing and taking a cautious step. My legs hold up, so I head for my locker and pull out my clothes, but I'm getting what I deserve, right? That's what everybody thinks. I guess it's what Simon would have wanted. Everything out in the open for people to judge, no secrets. Simon, Janae got the strangled sound in her voice again. He wasn't like they said. I mean, yes, he went overboard with about that and wrote some awful things, but the past couple of years have been rough. He tried so hard to be a part of things and he never could. I don't think. She stumbles over her words. "When Simon was himself, he wouldn't have wanted this for you." She sounds really sad about it, but I can't bring myself to care about Simon now. I finish dressing and I look at the clock. There's still 20 minutes left in gym class, and I don't want to be here when Vanessa and her minions descend. "Thanks for the Band-Aids. Tell them I'm still at the nurses, okay? I'm going to the library till next period." "Okay," Janae says. She slumped on the bench, looking hollowed out and exhausted. As I head for the door, she abruptly calls out, "Do you want to hang out this afternoon?" I turned to her in surprise. I hadn't thought we were all at that point in our acquaintance, I guess. Friendship still seems like a strong word. Yeah, sure. My mom's having her book club, so maybe I could come to your house. All right, I say, picturing my own mother's reaction to Janae after being used to a house full of pretty pearly Keeleys and Olivias. The thought brightens me up, and we make plans for Janae to stop by after school. On a whim, I text an invitation to Browen, but I forget she's grounded. Plus, she has a piano lesson. Spontaneous downtime isn't really her thing. I barely stowed my bike under the porch after school when Janae arrives, dragging her oversized backpack like she came to study. We're making excruciating small talk with my mother, whose eyes keep roving from Janae's multiple piercings to her scuffed combat boots until I bring her upstairs to watch TV. Do you like the new Netflix show? I ask, aiming the remote at the television and sprawling across my bed so Janae can take the armchair. The superhero one? She sits gingerly like she's afraid the pink plaid will swallow her whole. Yeah, okay, she says, lowering her backpack next to her, and you're looking at the framed photographs on my wall. You're really into flowers, huh? Not exactly. My sister has a new camera I was playing around with, and I took a lot of old pictures down recently. They're shoved beneath my shoeboxes now, a dozen memories of me and Jake from the past 3 years, and almost as many with my friends. I hesitated over one, me, Keely, Olivia, and Vanessa at the beach last summer, wearing giant sun hats and goofy grins with a brilliant blue sky behind us. It had been a rare fun girls' day out, but after today, I'm more glad than ever that I banished Vanessa's stupid smirk to the closet. Janae fiddles with the strap up to her backpack. You must miss how things were before, she says in a low voice. I keep my eyes trained on the screen while I consider her comment. Yes and no, I say finally. I miss how easy school used to be, but I guess nobody I hung out with really ever cared about me, right? Or things would have been different. I shift restlessly on the bed and add, I'm not going to pretend it's anything like what you're dealing with. Losing Simon that way? Janae flushes and doesn't answer, and I wish I hadn't brought it up. I can't figure out how to interact with her. Are we friends or just a couple of people without better options? We stare silently at the television until Janae clears her throat and says, Could I have something to drink? Sure. It's almost a relief to escape the silence that's settled between us until I run into my mother in the kitchen and have a terse 10-minute-long conversation about the kind of friends you now have. When I finally get back upstairs, 2 glasses of lemonade in hand, Janae's got her backpack on and she's halfway out the door. I don't feel well suddenly, she mumbles. Great, even my unsuitable friends don't want to hang out with me. I text Browen in frustration, not expecting an answer since she's probably in the middle of chop-in or something. I'm surprised when she messages me back right away, and even more surprised at what she writes. Be careful. I don't trust her. That is the end of chapter 21. I will see you guys for chapter 22. Bye.